and welcome to Matt and Jess TV. I am Matt Rhodes.
And I'm Jessica Bun Bun.
We are here with our reaction and review for The Amazing Race 38, Episode 9. Wow. Best, craziest episode of the season?
Absolutely the best, hands down, episode of the season. It was so intense. My heart was pounding. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know who was going home. It felt really, really close. Like, it was crazy. A lot of fun.
But also sad because we lost Tucker and Eric.
Absolutely.
Tucker, no one beats Tucker other than Tucker. This is his routine on all reality shows. He screwed himself up on Big Brother in that AI arena blockbuster, whatever you want to call it. And here, he messed himself up again. The whole U-turn thing none of that even mattered. It was just Tucker versus memorization.
Yeah, and I mean, that was a really tough challenge. Actually, a lot of these challenges were really tough. The rolling of the ball up the hill, I mean, that wasn't going to be great for me. I mean, that olive thing, I love olives. So that looked really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And this, where you've been running, you're not really sleeping, you're tired, trying to like study. I mean, we all know from school, when you are trying to study, when you are tired and stressed and pressed for time, your brain starts to go into that crazy weird fog where you're just like, nothing makes sense anymore. It's all jumbling together. You could see that on his face. By the time he was up there for like the sixth time or whatever, he looked exhausted.
Yeah, and I'm sure he was. Like, Tucker is the sort of person who is go, like hyper competitive, putting his all into everything, putting his all into trying to even be entertaining, that I think that takes a toll. And his real weakness on all reality TV seems to be, it's hard for him to kind of take a step back, try to relax a little bit. He did that after like try 7 or 8, and it seemed to actually help him, but it's just he was too like early on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a race for $1 million. There's a lot of money on the line.
Yeah, it's a great result for the show, because I feel like the general consensus has been that this season it's really, really predictable. Tucker and Eric have dominated these past several legs. It does, to quote the teams, open things up to a certain extent, ... but does it?
No, it doesn't. It still feels like, we've got Jag and Jazz who are so far ahead of everybody. I mean, I don't know. With Eric and Tucker gone, I don't know how Jazz and Jag do win the season. Like,
No.
However, at the same time, I didn't think that this was going to go from, Eric and Tucker being in first time and time again to gone. It really does show that this show can put together a challenge or a bunch of different challenges that can actually equalize things and take people from first to last. I haven't felt like that most of the season because a lot of these challenges have been pretty like whatever and just very kind of easy, but this definitely felt like it was difficult in a different way for each different team, and that was nice to see.
Yeah, really good leg design. There was physical stuff, there was mental stuff. Like, everybody had obstacles to overcome. We will get so much more into what happened here, the double, or I guess triple U-turn, all of the drama around that vote. But before we do, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because Jess and I are here talking about The Amazing Race all season long. We are also in the midst of covering Survivor 49 as well.
Absolutely. And we're going to be here for the traders in the new year as well. So hit that subscribe button. Help us reach 100,000 subscribers. We are so close to this incredible milestone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We really, really appreciate that. Yeah. All right, let's just start here with the location. I mean, anything is always going to feel 100 times more epic if you're putting it in Athens, Greece.
Oh, bucket list. I would love to go there at some point. I mean, it's so gorgeous.
It was really beautiful. It was also low-key hilarious that, according to the producers of The Amazing Race, time has not moved forward in Athens in 2,000 years. You had everyone still dressed up like they had just went and put on costumes from a various... Oh, I'm Athena. Oh, I am, I guess, some sort of Greek alphabet wizard that looks like Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
It's better than, hey, we have a lot of bears here, so here's two people dressed up as bears.
The costume department for this season is delivering in ways that I never even expected.
Yes.
All right, so now Phil gathers up everybody and they do this U-turn vote. I mean, let us know. Do you guys like this format, or do you prefer it where the first team that arrives at the U-turn board, like there's actually a chance that someone can avoid being U-turned?
I think with this, because it is Big Brother players and a lot of people know each other and they have rivalries or they have friendships, best friendships, it made it so messy. I mean, Joseph, I love you, man, but you really needed to just make a choice on that one.
Yeah, this episode had a lot of allusions to philosophy, and it feels
Mhm.
like Joseph adopted a mantra from Chidi from The Good Place, which is just that I cannot make a decision on anything to save my life. I understand that you've got a close friend.
Yes,
I understand that Taylor is your ex, and there are still a number of people,
of
myself
course.
included, shipping the two of you together, and you don't want to make them mad, but it's also, there's a lot of money on the line here. I feel like they would eventually get over it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you're also racing with Adam, right? Like
Yeah,
he is there to win the money. And while I know that this was hard on Joseph, it was hard on Taylor, it was hard on everybody, I think Adam made the right choice here where, we had of course Eric and Tucker,
yeah.
everybody was basically like, yeah, they're it. But then we had a tie and it was like, okay, we can put one person there, we could put two people there, and hopefully that'll help trip up Tucker and Eric and do something about the fact that they are just dominating this whole game. And, it really hurt Taylor, but it was the right move, I feel.
It was the right move, and it's just you have to recognize three people doing both tasks of the detour. Like that's better than two. You got to maximize your chances of sticking around the race. You don't know what these particular tasks are going to be. You don't know that the roadblock is going to be a great equalizer. None of this stuff is you're privy to. You just have to be competitive and make the hard decision,
Yes.
Joseph. I feel bad for Adam because Adam, he just threw Adam to the wolves and was just okay. If everyone wants to be mad at Adam, that's fine. Don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at Adam. I love Adam. I think he's so great. I mean, it is hard for Joseph, obviously, to be making these decisions, and I love them as a team. But man, I love that he just stepped up and was like, okay, I got you. No problem. I'm going to cut these people for you. I have no problem being cutthroat in this. This is for life changing money. And this is what I've been wanting to see. The first half of this was a lot of alliances, everybody
Yeah.
writing out directions for everybody, burning their own chances at it. Adam is here to win this money.
There were two other moments from this whole voting cycle that really caught my eye. First and foremost, Tucker reverting back to full Big Brother. I'm completely out of my mind. He was so excited that Chelsea didn't vote for him. I think he was just like, I'm going in. I don't care. I'm bigger than all of the, typical Tucker ego. But then the look of glee on his face, it's like, look at you, Tucker. You did take something away from your season other than winning AFP. And also, good on Izzy and Paige for calling out Taylor with this. Like, it really did annoy me.
Oh, it annoyed me as well. And I understand where Taylor was coming from when she first saw that U-turn board back a couple episodes ago, where she was like, oh, cool. All the male teams are U-turning all the female teams, but then you're going to be the only person voting to U-turn the all-female team. You can't be on both sides of the board for this. I really like Taylor, but that was not it.
No, that wasn't in it. I like Taylor too, and I'm sure there's some sort of reasoning that went into it beyond even what we saw. But at the same time, I'm just thinking, just think in terms of who are the biggest dangers to win this season. And I know you don't want to make people mad. I love Izzy and Paige, but they're probably not going to win this season.
Probably, but you never know. I mean, after watching everything that happened with Eric and Tucker, I mean, it's open now.
All right, so here we have the detour. You got to go play the crank musical instrument, get your 10 euros, which really it just felt more like just go out there and beg for money. and then you have the olive challenge.
Okay, listen, the olive challenge, when I first saw these two, I was like, the olive challenge does sound harder, but it sounds so much more delicious. But sounds like it was going to take more time. However, because I'm really small, I wouldn't have been able to carry that whole piano on your back and all that. However, if we could have gotten that piano there, you could have gotten that money in seconds. He is so fun and goofy, up for anything to be out there dancing around, doing the octopus to try to get that money. Absolutely, that would have been the challenge.
I would have had so much fun with this.
You would have been very good at this. I can do the crank.
The only thing that would have disappointed me is that apparently they got their money doing this so quickly. I wouldn't have been
Yes.
able to bust all my dance moves even out. I feel like I would have done the octopus for 3 seconds. Somebody would have given me €10 and it might just
And
be,
you would have deserved it.
thank you very much. They may have also just been like, okay, we've got enough of this weird dancing and music going on here. I just like them giving Tucker $10 just for doing a handstand.
Hey, I mean, that's pretty good. I can't do a
No,
handstand.
I can't do a handstand either. But here's the other issue for me. I do not share your love of olives.
No, you do not. Oh my God.
Whenever we've had pizza in the past, here's what happens. If it has olives on all of it, I just pick off all the olives and give them to her. It's weird.
I just don't have olives when we're ordering pizza together anymore because I know that he doesn't like them. And it's the same as mushrooms.
I don't know. Like, why would you destroy the purity of the pizza with having a very small number of... Listen, I'm not even bringing up the pineapple thing. You know, you don't do the pineapple, but there are people in the
No.
comments who will destroy me. It is weird, though. I like olive oil, but yeah, olives, this challenge would have not been for me, though at the same time, I think I have like a halfway decent palate. I just don't like olives, so it would be really hard for me to kind of differentiate between them.
Yeah, I that was a really hard challenge. As I was watching it, the longer it was going on for some people, I was like, that would be me. I would be stuck.
The other thing about that challenge, and I know that they were trying to help, is that you had these, I don't know if they were employees, if they were guides brought on by the race who were just sitting there and like gassing up these olives all the time and talking about how special they are. At a certain point, I would not want to hear from this person anymore. I would say, you know what? I'm sure your olives are really, really special. I'm sure you're trying to get an advertisement here on this show, but I just don't like olives. I think they stink because once you say that, there's no way they're going to keep gassing up the olives to you. They will just go away.
Yeah, feel a lot like that was a distraction because really it was memorize the name, memorize what they look like, and memorize what they taste like. And while you can describe it like a wine to be like, oh, this is, taste like sandalwood or whatever and
Yeah.
lavender, unless you can taste it yourself, you're just telling somebody what it's supposed to taste like. And I feel like, for me, anyways, I just need to taste me like, okay, this is the salty one. This is the one that tastes like a shoe. This one is delicious, whatever it is, so that I can start to like make my own connections to it.
I was shocked how fast Jack and Jazz got both
Oh,
of
they
these
got
done.
lucky.
Yeah, I mean, they did get lucky,
And
but
they said they got lucky, and they really got lucky.
even still, you had to get to these places. You didn't get
Yep.
lost. Like Chelsea and Jack, I don't know what they were doing for the first little while in this.
Oh my God, they're lost every single episode, and I'm like, same. I would absolutely be lost the entire time that I'm on this race.
It's just especially funny to me because Chelsea's like so unbelievably smart. We saw her steamroll that challenge later on at the roadblock. It's just for
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
reason. She can't get from point A to point B. I mean, at the same time, she's still there. I mean, that's not for nothing.
Yep.
All right, so now we're going to roll this boulder up the hill to get to our great mind that was mistakenly and hilariously called the wrong name on multiple occasions.
Absolutely. This will be you rolling it up the hill. I am very small and weak. There is no way that I'm able to do that, but I can tell you where the turtle is.
Here's the problem. Yes, I am not small, but I am weak. I don't know if I am strong enough to get this.
You absolutely are.
We will be dead before we get to the boulder. You will be standing to the side, so you will be okay. The boulder will roll back on me. I will roll down the hill, attached to the boulder, and they will find me in the ocean.
Oh, we're back at the olive stand.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those two. I mean, this is the physical part of this, and that's why I think this leg was balanced really, really well
Yes.
because it was easy to sit here watching this, and I was feeling like, man, this is really unfair for Izzy and Paige, for Chelsea, that all these guys are, of course, just going to steamroll this and just take this all the way up there.
Yeah, but this leg was very balanced where it
Yes.
did have some challenges that were physical, but lots of other challenges that weren't. So there was a chance for everybody.
All right, and with all of this in mind, we get into what is now an already infamous roadblock. First and foremost, which one of us is going to do this?
Probably not me. I mean, I have a pretty good memory, but I'm a lot like Tucker's face by the time he went up there the sixth time. I'm pretty good at studying, but after a while, my brain starts to go into a fog. And if it was like we had just memorized all these olives and everything else, by the time I've gotten here, I'm just going to be too tired. Like, I feel like my brain is just shutting off. I might be able to get through 2 or 3 times, but if I don't have it by then I'm not going to have it. Phil would be coming in to get us.
Okay, I feel like I'm not going to finish as bad as Tucker. I'm not going to be the first team out of there, though. I will make that clear. I will struggle a little bit, but I did take Japanese for 3 years, and I know what you guys are saying. That is not Greek. That is not even close to Greek. But
You're really good at studying, though.
well, I'm very used to studying and looking at different symbols and kind of being like, okay, this one is different for that reason. This one is different for this reason. I think I could have gotten there. The
Yeah.
one variable here, it is the variable you mentioned, is just that when you are exhausted, everything starts to go out your ear and you just don't remember X and Y and Z and all of those stuff. Like, Tucker wasn't even remembering how to pronounce them correctly at a certain point.
Yeah, like it really felt like he was on the right track, but it like he hit the peak and then it was just yeah, it was once you studied for too long and your brain's like, please give me a break. Give me a pizza with olives on it and a break and a nap and then come back.
What I was really worried about at first is that we saw Joseph and Jag there, and they kind of came up with this, oh, we're just going to work together. We're each going to study one part of it.
My whole body rolled. I had like an eye roll that went into a body roll the minute they were like, let's work together.
I would have went into a body roll, but I'm still rolling down the hill with the boulder. But I just felt, yeah, it was very frustrating. I'm glad it
Yeah.
didn't work. This is
Yes.
something that was much better designed for each one of these teams to figure out on their own. They all kind of had their individual moments, but even as a lot of this was going down, the editors did a good job of kind of continuously fooling me and making me think that Tucker and Eric were going to get it. We kept seeing these confessionals where Tucker was like telling us of his strategy, being really, really confident, feeling
Yeah.
like he's got it, and then every single time he didn't have it.
No, it was really hard to watch because I mean, we haven't made any secret. We
No.
have been rooting for there's a couple teams that we've been rooting for, but we've been rooting for them as well.
Yeah, we have. And so I was really shocked he didn't get it. I was really, really shocked that he didn't get it over Taylor and Kylan just because they arrived so much later.
Yeah,
And
they did.
even so, there have been rare instances here or there where we've seen a team finish the roadblock last and find a way to catch up. And when Tucker and Eric got out of their cab, there was this crazy thought in my head. I was like, maybe traffic really is this bad. Maybe the feet can actually outrun the automobile here.
Yeah, and it's possible. I mean, that's definitely happened to me when I lived in Toronto, where I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna get out of this cab and walk because it is so stuck. If you're from Toronto, you know what it's like. There's always construction going on, so traffic is always stuck. That it is faster to just get out and trot to your destination.
In the end, there's two really shocking things about this episode. First and foremost, it's obviously losing Tucker and Eric, who would have probably
Yes.
won the whole season, but also Jag and Jazz being the first team ever to finish first after having a detour used on them. I was shocked that that hasn't happened before. I understand that there's been a lot of seasons and it is still a really hard obstacle, but I'm just thinking back to past teams and some dominant ones. I was like, really? That's brand new? Okay, good for them.
Yeah, it was shocking to hear that. I mean, this show's been on for 38 seasons. Like this has never happened before in all this time. Good for them. That's a huge victory.
Well, let's just turn this over to you guys now. What do you think about the Amazing Race 38 this week? Losing Tucker and Eric, and also the way in which it happened, where we can't even sit here and blame production, the detour, anything
No.
else. This was entirely their doing.
Yep.
Let us know. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you here next time.